But I have to assure you, this one, I'll act decisively. I will act.
Honorable Atu Forcing. Ono ena oye osofo ya wohwe Ghana yensi kasem so na wokoswa ede tuja no wochire mu se saade we yade a ebebo oman pa oba oman Ghana mu a enka me ya yese ekwan a wonum efa so de sa nioma na kono emfa mra kwan so eno oba ahochire ene nioma hodo a oman no efa mu a na yeshama sika chuchiridi sei afa oman no nsase a enye ade a esefata se yesoso so kra eno nti honorable Atu Forcing wonu ma hye wona hyesaye ene nsesaye ewo oman yi ekwan ahodo a yefa so ede nioma firi oman yi ekopie biaye anase amahodo so no na de edikan ya wose wonum enye ene se ene transit enioma ahodo a yefa ede firi oman Ghana mu de yefre no anwa oil wonum enhye se emu hyesaye no efiri na akuro wonum emfa bi anase wo makwan ema wonfa bi emfa saa ahye ne so emfa enko de etoso amienu enso ne se border ahodo no nyina border point no wonum bebo modern pa se customs for ene wo beyire bambom e wo border ne so se de beya ebeboa amayatumi abo mayi emu niema ye twen edifa border ne so ko ya enamra kwanso anase se namra kwanso mpo a sika e wo se wotua de ma aban no enye saa sika no e na wotua de etoso miensa ene se wo behwe pa na wo de mra edi edujuma ewo oman Ghana mu wa ye betew se wo de eniema bi enam border ne so edi ko aman hodo a etwa ye ho ahia na yen klewo anase aban no ema wotumi krata se wotumi de ekro no wonum behwe na wache waso pa emra ene wo ebedi
person we zu bet say that a year revenue collection at the port wall on the NDC as a party in there. This year, Mahuni is only very good in agenda setting. So, over here, na agenda be now set you. When we say, so President in a Jinapo, honorable Jinapo alternative, so, and a Nimobo na, a Kabaya 5 days of fuel, then there's Obakaya. A Kaka crib enough for if you don't do something about it. Nagana for say no Paquato, electricity, and a petrol. Agenda was setting. And I'm a boy. And about who is only here, I know about hey, and your mind is hey, one of baby, it decided at 2 years, again, or baby. Because for some of us who have been in the freight forwarding industry, no one's a export shipping, freight forwarding, Kakra, and a media group to say you more port Kakra, so I understand it. Because I've seen there's a war, revenue collection war, BO. Makofa Dubai system biaba umbezo mulibe icons ni free maybe there na my hair sablon enti eya de bia oba be no aba ka che the icons are not effective na the deputy minister of finance ebe introduce AI monitoring is oba kaya yes e ma manfo ko kan say AI na ade na oba be no icons no ti me dada into monthly year na man for duplication there the collection of the ports and then for this kind of necessary port no is that what he's trying to do now because the young say young chill when you the tracking devices of the icons no they are not doing it well and the empire will be new free mo ka say ye free health insurance for some no honorable account or buy or so the system is not working we understand more preacher me here from them dia come from meboa yen from them farmer iba from enti what is the agenda is trying to set or the no person ochire
the person ochire na say nkofo bi afa kwati kwanso
eno eye honorable Kennedy Kankam akane no ene ye emrase bedwani edema enhyiaye so abato mpesua so enipa ewo honom na wode na no tu mu bie se sansem na anase dwumadi a Atu Forcing ekodi ye no we enka yemfre no ye ma o maachi we ye custom for dwuma na wo finance minister de wo de wano koto sansem no mu bi ene sen eno ene honorable Kennedy Kankam ede a oka ede efo ho na se ye to ansem ne so de a ye kopia mu ewo emrase bedwafie na emrase bedwafie committee ya bonum ehwe committee ya omoshe mines and energy wonum ena woba no dani ede ensem bi tudwa wobepie mu ewo mrahye bedwafie no de tudwa se hwe oman Ghana oil ya yetu no oman Ghana mu aban ene oil company ya yatu ni din Jubilee Oil Contracts wono partnership no wasa tretrem watretrem pa na ebeboa ama Ghana ene emabunu anya adwuma ye ama sikasem nso atimi akoyie frise se wo hwe contract na wo tretrem na ebesombo sika bese $2 billion any investment Jubilee Oil contract for edi ebese mu na aboa ama oman yi oil ahodo a yetu no oman ni mu no atimi agina brane na wo hwe ensusuye no ene nhyehyeye a wo contract a wo tretremu ene partnership a aban ene Jubilee Oil for kono dia na ne ebetimi akopie mu bese 2036 ena bonum ade akọ bon pen esiswo na wode ibedi juma ebra na wo kyerkyeremu wo mrahye bedwafie se de beye a wonum beti ase na wahu mu nkyeremu no sei ena honorable Bezra Emmanuel bono ade tuja e wo mrahye bedwafie.
Well, yesterday we approved what we call a petroleum agreement extension and also the master gas sales agreement. And so we had 3 agreements yesterday that were ratified. One particular one, which is the gas sales agreement, is a new agreement. The other 2 are extension to the existing agreement. We know that we have Jubilee partners who are Talo, Cosmos, GNPC, GNSP Exploration Production, Esproco, as well as the Petrosa, who are the Jubilee partners. And then we have, that's for the Cape 3 point, and then we also have the other, that's the 10 field. Now, these fields were given to the contractors for a certain period, and in the midst of it, one supposed to be ending by 2036. That's the first one. The second one is supposed to be ending after the 2036. But we've noticed that the production has been dwindling. The production has been going down, and as it goes down, you need to inject more funds into it. Either you end it there or inject more funds. Looking at the sub-region, other countries have also discovered oil like that of Ivory Coast. And so most of our people who were here, Cosmos and Talo, have decided to relocate because their terms are more favorable than our terms. And if they decide to leave, it means that at the end of the life share of the contract, we have to, that will be the end of our oil drill, unless we find another contract or we drill another oil or there's a new contract. And so the current administration is wise to negotiate with the
Honorable Emmanuel Bezra ena wote ne nkano na ensem we nyina wo de fa yensentroni ya woto nkra ede free mrahye bedwafie nana kwaku bofa ena de sansem yi ede breye.
Ebusia ye to akase no so ne akwaga na mrahye bedwafie edom kuma ye wo mrahye bedwafie ena won mo ebo sobo se opani kwankyerefo abede akire ya wodaga na cocoa board ano ora atoboten wo ye niema bi ewo cocoa board dwumadie no mu a emfa mara kwan so won mo susu se e conflict of interest free se wono ankasa na dwumakuo bi na wama kwan ama won mo de produce buying company PBC for ejapade adwuma ye ni nyina hye cocoa board ase won my friends dem telefone hye mu ama e Vincent asefua tafo pankrono mrahye bedwani ene kasa ye wo kire mu se adwumakuo bi a ede Atlas Commodities Limited ebre bi a etwa mu na owura atoboaten ene ye chief executive ya wodano ena enei woye deputy chief executive ewo Ghana Cocoa Board na ne wono de wani ato form ehunu ene se sa Atlas Commodities Limited no won madwuma wo ye nyina wo de PBC ejapade ene won mo niema na eye se won mo to koko se won mo ehie na wa hye no wasili se adwuma ni nyina PBC for warehouses na won mo didi se adwuma no ya eni kwan se basa ni nyina basa efri se owura atobo aten ewo tumi kese ewo Ghana Cocoa Board se pani kwankyerefo abedi akire enti won mo hu ne se we eye conflict of interest na e convincent asefo ase one more enam sasobo a waboy so atro petition at the Akoma Office of the Special Prosecutor and a Commissioner on Human Rights and Administrative Justice charging penning say near air coso e Cocoa Board no and fakwemu and into a munyan shushemu and found.
There are also troubling reports that some PBC workers reportedly have not been paid for extended periods, at least for a period of 1 year. The reason why PBC workers are not paid is that when government gets the money, it does not give the money to PBC to go and buy cocoa, so that government will be able to get some margins off it. If you get margins, that is when you'll be able to get money to be able to pay your workers. Now PBC is is deprived with resources that will allow them to be able to operate, and those monies are given to LBCs. LBCs, a chunk of it belong to Dr. Atoforsen or Mr. Atoforsen, who is a deputy chief executive of Cocoa Board. The minority is also demanding a compensation that will have to be paid by Atlas Commodities Limited to the PBCs, because they have used the warehouses of PBCs, warehouses belonging to PBC, to operate and make margins or make profit, denying or
a convincent asefua esede e koso no kwasem se entwa ye bremu a Ghana Cocoa Board e won twetwede se won mo ebenya sika e de atoa won mo dwumadie so na sama wo kan ene se produce buying company PBC adwumakuo no kra no a eya aban dia na ye adwuma hye Cocoa Board ase no enei won mo ntimi nyi sika mpie ma won fa ntua akuafo no anase adwumayefo a ewo ka na se wa nyi sika amfa ntua won mo ka na wo bu won ma bra won sun edi wo mo emfidie ne ajapade aye won kasa wadwuma dia na entwa yi e Vincent asefo.
How did Atlas Commodities find itself operating in an arena that it did not have a license to operate? This development elevates the seriousness of the matter. It can be said on authority that Atlas Commodities Limited has operated within warehouses registered under PBC. As a minority, we demand the following. We demand a full criminal investigation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. We demand a constitutional conflict of interest determination by SHRAJ. We also demand a forensic audit of warehouse registrations and cocoa movement records. The minority is also demanding for a full disclosure from Cocoa Board, national security, and relevant authorities. We are also demanding that action in accordance with the law if wrongdoing is established. If there is no wrongdoing, investigation will clear the air. But if wrongdoing is confirmed, accountability must follow. Cocoa is too important to Ghana's rural economy to allow regulatory compromise. The farmers deserve protection.
Oman Ghana Aposi Domso Sahene Inspector General of Police IGP Tete Yohonu and Ebo Amanie se wonum saka emrantie enan bi ewo Asante Mantam ebra enei wo Asante Mantam Regional Police Headquarters wo bo amanie no chiremu se sam rantie se yebu nkompon ekohwe yeti a bosumi ya yewomu ya ne da na etosudu ena wonum etusa ewo abrantie bi a ne din de Mr Andrews Amankwa eso na wonum ebo ne tuo sanjin ne ka Toyota Hilux ya wonum edi edwane ye na yede abrantie no ekopie mu ewo ayansabia nenso won yantimi anye ne nkwa ya wato nananom ewo nsiedo eno namso bi ma posi 40 won hogu monten so eyenhwehwemu a enei wonum betumi ede won sesi won boabo amane se won saka emrantie nan ebra IGP ene central fodi nkomo no sei ena wo kan ne nsem
justice
On the 10th of February 2026, I received the unfortunate news of a robbery incident that occurred at Tigo Junction, where one person was shot and his Toyota Hilux vehicle snatched from him. We soon learned of the identity of the victim, Mr. Andrews Amakwa, who sadly passed on at the hospital where he had been sent for medical attention. I'm happy to announce that we have arrested 4 suspects, including 3 members of the gang that was responsible for the attack. A 4th suspect, believed to be the gang leader, died from gunshot wounds sustained during the operation. As we always do when such cases reported, I immediately constituted a team comprising the Ashanti Regional Commander, the Regional Intelligence Team, the Anti-Robbery Unit, and the Cyber Vetting Team of the CID headquarters to immediately commence investigation. Upon following several leads during the course of our investigation, we had our first breakthrough on the 18th February 2026 with the arrest of suspect Akwesi Menu, who was found in possession of a mobile phone belonging to the deceased. Suspect Akwesi Menu was subsequently put before the Asokwa Circuit Court 2 on 20th February 2026 on the charge of possession of stolen property and remanded to police court to reappear on the 5th March 2026. Further investigation and covert intelligence operations led to the arrest of a second suspect, Bashiru Tanko, from his hideout at Atonso High School Junction in Kumasi on the 19th February. Following the arrest of Tanko, we intensified efforts across several locations, and after days of sustained operations, 2 additional suspects, Kwadwo Amposan and Emmanuel Kwame AFIA, were arrested on 21st and 22nd February 2026 at Hireso near and Danyame Soldier Barracks, Kumasi respectively. Suspect Eric Antwi Duku, who sustained gunshot wounds during the operation, has passed on. Our investigation further established that this criminal syndicate, led by deceased suspect Eric Antwi Duku, specialized in the snatching of pickup and Land Cruiser vehicles, particularly black and ash color ones, which they sold to a contact at Paga. The gang also have contacts with some persons at Ofinso and in Dubai, as well as contacts with some Goro boys at the DVLA who facilitate the preparation of fake vehicle documents for them. The syndicate have been linked to similar robberies at Takwa, Kumasi, and other parts of the Ashanti region. The regional commander will share further details. It's worth noting that this syndicate has been on the wanted list of the Western Central Regional Police Command at Takwa following a series of incidents involving them. The modus operandi of the syndicate involves identifying and monitoring their target victims and following them until they get the opportunity to strike, and when the targets resist or refuse to hand over the vehicle to them, they resort to firing their weapon. Our
Police domso sahene Christian tete yohonu nsemi so na yebegina na yetwa ye ho sima ye ba ye de aka na beto awso.
koya ya san ba ye beda hwefo nyina sese enwumre moguso ne fache TV etie na ye de enwumre no nsia kase ya to din se prime time esomom ye san dem live on Facebook enu nti mu am join e wo ho ne ye bestre ya no like program na afei no ato apete kire se wo share na wonua bi ahwe bi ye nto kase no so ne enko atifie poye mantamo Upper East region ekuafo ya wonomo edua emeko enam osofo abedi akira wo hye enuane ne kwadwuma so owura John Seto Dumelo so edi adesre eto Ghana ban anim sadaroma wonsi fom na wamaye won mo afri se won mo adua meko no afifi aso ama sesi epurugu fri se won mo ti meko no kura atofo eni baabia ene wode meko no akoma wonom na owura John Seto Dumelo ebo anan ekozare irrigation farms ewo sa Upper East region ho ene wone akuafo no ekabo mu etwetwe nkomo na wo mo de wo makosem eto nanim wo mo sensase yantam beye 400,000 acres ena afibia wo mo hyada twato ho se wode ebedua meko ebinum so kra wo ho a wo mo edi edua emo ebro ene eniama aka ekeka ho nanso wo mo wie na enobae ni nyina ba na aka atofo ebasa na eniama no akwakoye otosom eda won mo so a won mo enhunu baabi a wode efa enti minister enhu omobo na won mo awonom se beye kra obenya ensuo edi egu emfudie ne so kosise ebefefe ansa na won mo atwa no eno so ho asem ayeboache bedi won mo de nsemi tu dwa wieye ena John Dumelo ebo won ma no ho ba se aban ebe na fam de bia wo betumi ahwe se wabepe irrigation ni bi ama wonom wono obia benya ensuo ede agu ne mfudie so afei atofo no so womo ene local traders beka sase be ya won beto de womo empotam ho no a na wonom entra hye nkoboda so enkoto akuafo a ewo ho ede.
Time there will be abundance of tomatoes, especially in this area. So all you have to do.
No, we can't laugh now. I am wondering how the work.
Wait.
Thank you, sir.
The next dry season is December.
Yes.
That's 10 months away.
Okay.
A lot can happen in 10 months. Or?
No, it didn't happen.
I said a lot can happen.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So one, we have to deal with the nematodes.
Okay. Yes, sir.
One, let's deal with the nematodes.
Okay.
Two, finding markets is what we have to fix it. So once we deal with the nematodes and we get the market, the problems will be solved.
Exactly.
So I'm just here to listen to you. And then also next year by this time we have up here that most of the buy and take to go into Burkina Faso. That's the main reason why I'm concerned. And we'll work on it as soon as possible. The project that you mentioned, we are definitely going to work on it. We just have to make sure that there's water on everybody's land by the end of this year so that you can produce more. But producing more also means that we need to add value to it. And so adding value, maybe there can be one or two industries here that can be set up. Mini industries that can process some of the tomatoes and even the pepper so that they'll buy from you, from the farmers, and then you can also have, and then the money will be quick. It will mean that they'll buy for you and then maybe six months time and you still don't have your money. So don't worry. Next year by this time I'll come back here and hopefully when I come back here everybody will be smiling because almost all your problems will be solved. So don't worry about that. Yeah. But I would encourage, let's try as much as possible to get into the tomato production. Form an association which you have, tailor your concerns. I would make sure that your concerns are addressed so that next year there's full-scale tomato production in this area. So don't worry.
For the tomato,
na okuani ba kunya kokoduro en wache minister John Seto Dumelo ejina ho no was minister mamemo mama ne no kwasampa se eya se ye be sori ahomache na yado na mekono ebeba ebeso na ye beti a yenya atofo afei ebra ye do no kra no nsuo ya ye di ebegu emfudie ne so no eho asam kan so eden enti wabade a menko a mete me hono makamako sam a kire wo se de be ya wo kodura woni mampani ebekasa na won masifom abeye yemwa.
You don't join that one. Come and buy pepper. If you buy pepper, they will torment you. The same thing is happening in Kumasi and Accra. And that is what is causing the backlog. They have, look, in a week, they have only Sunday and Wednesday to buy this. Meanwhile, frankly speaking, every day, we harvest every day. And they did that to cause in the city and cause rot or backlog here, and that is our headache. We try on our own even years back to get this chain or this cartel. We can't. And I think it is not value chain, but I believe other food value chain. It is these market queens that are determining the prices favorable to them. The farmers are here. Am I lying? It's true. So let's honorable minister and our municipal chief executive say, even the past municipal chief executive, some of our farmers engage them up to Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. Let that meeting collapse. So now, we thank God that you are here. And I think that I'm sure my colleagues have said it. There's a total disconnect between the farmers and agri and other stakeholders. That is a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Wait. I know, but that's what I'm saying.
So let me just put it. Because as of now, if they ask the Ministry of Agriculture, they don't know the total acreage of pepper that is cultivated in the Bolga municipality, not to talk of the rest of that party. And once you don't have data.
Yefa umpie omai Ghana mfimfini mantemu. Na yekopie mu wo mfimfini mantemu a GES krata wode aba abonten e kire se inter-schools activities ya ekoso nyina sporting activities ya ekoso e wo mfimfini mantem nyina adwobrɛw wonum entwentwen so wode tabono atoso wonum nyai dwumadie bia wodi nyina na krata yi eba abonten enam videos ahodo a echinchini wa abonten sɛne Central Region Intercolleges Schools akodo wonum dwumadi a wodie no ene yewokopie mu wo hono a enema ahodo pi na ekoso a egu oman no animu ase na egu Ghana Education Service animu ase entiti ya ahodo a wode ma school fo no ene no na woda na die eno nti enam so ma wonum de krata yi aba abonten se de school fo ne bi ekirika so na entokwa ebi de sikan ewo ninua ebi de abo na wonum etopa wonum ho eno nanam so bi amakrata aba abonten na ne enra yi akora ye nyina ye hu se Obrachire Senior High School amofra wonum ho ene Suwebas Swadro Senior High School Business School no wonum ekoto se Obrachire abrantie bi so bo no toto abo de bo no na eno enanam so bi ama GES ede sakratai aba abonten no kire mu se school no Senior High School se wo honum wonum dwumadi a wodi nyina won twentwen so wonyai efiri na ede ko nyina wonyai kopim se empanimfo betena se na wonum aye nhwehwemu akoto ase ehunu kwampa wobetumi de saa ade no afaso na directives a GES ediba abonten ene say immediately suspend all planned and scheduled zonal inter schools athletics entini nyina wonum enyai na wontwentwen so de competition bia wo ye bia no ewo Central Region ni nyina wontwa so sanso eno say communicate directive promptly to staff, students and relevant stakeholders. And also wonum ebe communicate de wonum edebe faso ekwan ahodo a wode faso wonum ebe da na di e de akere asukufo ene akyerɛkyerɛfo a wonum ebo ho de etosom yensa kura ene se akyerɛkyerɛfo no ene mpanimfo a wonum eda GES ano ewo Central Region oman finfin mantamu no wonhwe se ebra yede aba no wobegina so na edi juma said ye beya ebeboa pa ama sa bambo nso atimi akoso na yetimi abo asukufo ho ban ene Obrachire nsem ya eba ye abofra wonum tugu ne so tutu abo ede eprepra no na GES yade a wonum ene nye ho kra wonhye se sa de no ebetumi asie eno eye krata GES ede ababonten na wochire mu se ne nyina eye kwan a wobefa so na wotimi aboa abo asukufo ho ban na wobo timamufo nso a ebo honum enso ho ban na kamya ye se nansen atuturasem adoso ebo sukuu no ahodo mu ene wonum kosia se intako na wonum ekodi agora na adane ntokwa eno ene nam so bie ama wochire mu se wonsa wonjai bibia wo ye na maame a na nensa ehye krata na se eye Central Regional Director of Education Juliet Dubie Otami ono enana ne nsa ehye krata yase na ekire se esukufo no entwentwen de wo ye nyina eso ewo ho.
Pupils. Bia West mensini no mu ewo atoye mantamu. Sa kro yi mu na new Papase Apostolic Basic School ewo. Na mane ye firi ho abetodwa ene se enkwada no suku adan ya won motiti mu esua de ne nsem fata kaniba. Na won mo kiremu a emfuturo pa se de ewura classrooms no emfuturo agye hwa aboso. Na won madan no apapai na nkwada no so nya akonwa entena so a eji adesua ene adekire asabemu. Na headmaster ya wada suku no ano owura Nicholas Damoa ene fache kase atwetwen enkomo ene wo kire se eyare hosem empanimfo etu anamo bia nanso omana montuo no eya wo moka emaka ne wo kire mu ene se esanse adan no aye mmerenti no abre bia emframaden den bebo na ensuo pese etoni na esese won moto classroom no mfiri se won mo edan no esu nyina san nwunu enti won mo anto classroom no mu a emframa ne betimi adwiri no agu emframa anwiri no anwu a ensuo ne benwunu abegu nkwada no so nti eba sa ene teacher reto adonko na ye holiday saada no adekire ene adesua nyina beba wiye na won mo pon Wachire mu se ekuro no bɔ ne homoden ama adan ne bi wɔ hɔ a wɔn mabɔ nanso wɔ hwɛ Apostolic Basic School ya ɛwɔ new Papase ne nyinaa sɛdeɛ ne tebe ateɛ no ensɛm fata ya wɔn mo srɛ ɛmoa
isi ade arrested and they to abandon him and the NGOs so ni say if say they can help us ya say the dan be blame futuru sabi madam von bakura na de metra kwa na emo adi amen nkondwa etaso nyina aye obi mmoa na de boa ya sabiri tchefo a be mark exercise nyina no obi mmoa na nkondwa etaso nyina omode aden omode eboa ana bibi etisa the yebese aban ene NGO so omo Ghana afana nyina ase omba na omo so mba den omaye mwa dana isende mo no mo ko bi dano e bia deaf track wa se chance ni bia tu teacher for na kasa na ya fra e de na doa abobobo ma nkura e da so den etim ene class so e bi so enye teacher for ya kasa na ya twa breaks ene ya share in fact sometimes bia na teachers ni e ra ho say ya hwe nu mo amowo bi dan mo team na so dan so etinu ha in fact adwuma no say wan kasa no say ukon no a ahe adwuma no obejai wada say nti be sere aban na ene NGO so mo Ghana afana nyina mo den o maboa na yenso yetimi anya yentoma pa afra both primary and teachers nyina.
Headmaster Ora Nicholas Damoa etwa so senior ekoso wo school no munti no ama churchfo eni ahokeka bia mora no eso ate sada bia won mo beba school mu no obetena mfuturo mu wo antena mfuturo mu na nsu oto a na esoro enwunu egu wo mo so nti sesei adekira no aye bibia wo ho ena nkwada no so toa tia na ETF sa wofo no eyi won mo ma efiri ho enti NGOs ene aban enyuma ahodo emeye won momoa emesiesie sukuu no ema won mo anya saade a adesua ebeto ape
sema hu sene esitie ebe ya aban moa anase NGO so a mo Ghana ha no eni die kwan so be srem na mamba na ma beboa ena two teachers for no modon ba kra na because of the condition of the room no I deaf trap dia bibiri ba no mo omko teachers den kana ediba but mo ba mo nche amomba mienu sa no mo nyina den asan ko due to the condition of the room mo hu ana roofing was ni nyina ye one of challenges ya in fact new Papase Apostolic ye face school ayewo teachers for one day we make can say sebi ye mu bi de ase yemfa asem enya semtia nka bebre ene eko ba ye mofra nso a ye ka eja mo akwa enye den enye yi tebe ye aban ana se NGO so a ewo Ghana ha ememe mmoa omaye mmoa yenso
Yantoa kasia no so ne yenko yanim osoafo ya wo hwempotemu amamuo so ede abasobo ya emudo ede ama entotro so ehene se wabɔ ne homoden pa aboa ama eniema ahodo nyina ekoyie ewo ne mpotemu ho mpuntuo se de safata bia ne manfo enya bi na local government minister ya wasan eye soafo a wono na ehwe esumfekuo dwumadie so ede sabasobo nyina ma omanhene ye wo entotro so ebra one mode apomasu bayire afahye ehhehye so won totoro so kro no wo ahafo mantam no emum na onmonyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim etoa so kire se empuntu obetumi ayiniti a eni kwansa abre bia mpanimfo tena se ehhye se aban na ebetu esano ansa na nani age omanhene ye wo ntotoro so na namo ya watuo ama niema nyina ekoso wano na ebra afahye no ekoso no empanimfo ahodo bebre na ekobo dompem ekohye ema afache no etimi eye krabehwe mansini no emu empanimfo a won musi wanamu ewo mrahye bedwafie nyina ekoho biera Collins Dauda ene afofra aka won mudo monim onyam ekota akire ema edwadata ya nananom ebo ye edi apomasu bayire afahye no etimi eye enkoso sade minister Ahmed Ibrahim ebo entotro so hene abaso no yenhwe bimra
Adeliti akumbapoye adia pempeneto na ye haye baako na atimi akumumba se newmont sikakakra yae ene miani mafo ejae yayewe na ensi entibijia every year no ene mafo Nana president ya mamoni Nana Usafani after the people who forget their culture are facing a special fate. Nana community yet my free and mamre and amani and it's a and Muti, now, development in Japan. We have festival now. It is a recognition, celebration, bomber harvest. Now, bomber harvest is public. Now, normal was a year in the last 2 years. Na therefore, afasha will be extended. And afasha will be very
Ebusia sa amaniye efri onmonyamfo Ahmed Ibrahim enchen ewa apomasu bayire afahye asiye no. Yensem training na kwaku bofa. Ena edi akire ya wobo ano ede bre yen na yeto akase no so yeguso aboabo ye ho ewo kase demo na ya besomo anwumre no ena putupuru so amane ebeto dwa se omei emumpanimfo na nsan gina ye bia won musi ye se Kotoka International Airport won mo ebesesa edi no se die enema nyina wiemu die amampanimfo ayensa pepepe eno nti sesei enye Kotoka International Airport biem sede na omamu no nyina enim no nemom abeye Accra International Airport na empanimfo ekire se ankane no na eye Accra International Airport ebra osagefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah abreso na enka eye asrafo atena ye ya wo mo edada niemani na wopagya mu ema ne beye ewemhyen gina bia wotimi editu kwan ekwa amanone no na ekoba se ebrebi aduru ya wo beye redesign no ena edi no esesan ye na edi no a esesan ye no akwa nchinu ahwo bebre aba eye ahwefo animsem se edi Kotoka no a edaso no Ghana fo akire won madwene bebre ena afa ho enti na esese Transport Ministry ekotena se na wonom ne mpanimfo eto kese na wohunu kwanpa wono betimi afa so ode nsakraye beba na enkofa wo ha bia emma ade ba ko na Ghana fo edwene ho ne se wonom sesa din no a airport fo dwumadie mu ebetumi akofa wo hawa banenso wonom nam sakratai so ebo amane se emfa ohaw bia emma ewo airport operations mu wokyerɛ sɛ bambo ho nsɛm no ebekoso agina hɔ brane saa na wone a etu kwan akɔ amanone wonom nkrata eso adwuma bia empanimfo ebeye ne saa pepepe na wasi International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO empanimfo ebekoso agina wonom tumi so aye wonom adwuma sɛde wɔyɛ no pepepe enu ntimo ɔmanfo ma we enkobo wo mu hu enkoka se e de oha bi beba enkrata asam ene ade nyina enti sei womanfo empanimfo eka bia ewom ene international partners a wonmo ne Ghana ehwe ebom ewo akwantuo ene adwadie emu nsem mu no enhye ne nso se efri enne ekroy no wotisi my Ghana wiem hyagina bia enye Kotoka International Airport biem na mmom wo masakra edin no ama no asan asini dada mu a eye Accra International Airport na krata mpanimfo de aba abontene no Public Relations Unit ewo Ministry of Transport and won mode wonsa ahya enti ejebo na ejanya besi Accra International Airport no abebo ade a efri sabre ekọ enua na ebeye adwuma kotoka no afei bibia aba awiye
Yeguswa ede kase no esomo prime time news wo fache TV meka wo se yen social media ahodo no platforms ahodo no nyina obenya yen ahwe Facebook fache TV sanso na YouTube fache TV na ukọ antintan fidie ni so a www.facheonline.com so obenya ensem ni bi akenkan ewo honom na wafili pa na yetoa kase ne so ewo sunyane Reverend Kwaku Efa wono ena Sunyane Methodist Diocese no woye bishop panimpa ya woda ano na eno ena eneyi wodwumadie biase a na wonum eje sofu panyini bi ade atomo na ne din no very reverend gifty nana woje na tomo no abona tenase ena wono Reverend Kwaku Efa ede nsem bi tudwa se na nsem pa de wotenase a na wodwe nsem bi ho a ha adwen efrise sede emabunu no wonum ewua ne se wowu ene obeti yesi wawu obeti yesi emabunu wei wawu wonum titada ho saa eno ena Reverend se eye no nwanwa na wono de osusu se eye suban boni a mabunu eye ewo man yimu emabunu entijai woka asem kyerema wonfi ene adwamamo wogusoa no wobo enubone ahodo na wode won ho efodefode de wobeka bia wontie eno ne nam so bi ma wonum ehwere won kra enkwasa no eno nti wono de wobesre pa se enka emabunu ente won ho na wonfa won ho ensi wosafode a etiase se de be ya wonum betumi edi won kwa na amen na awofo nso enfa won ho enyimu bi se de be ya awofo betumi atenetene wonum mabunu ama mabunu no so atumi anyini abeye mpanimpa ebo my Ghana mu na wosre osoro se osoro mu amabunu se de be ya osoro na nkasa betumi atenetene won na atimi aboa na abo won ho ban afiri ewu ahodo a wonum ewu basabasa no ho Reverend Kwaku Efa
Yamiasem abba abraboche ne abrabokunku adam efini nkikawa bia yede eni ya kan ya modi ana ya atofo enne agamansem adoso kan na nipa suo nipa fere se ka wase enka se abikwa mema ni mema da ema na ema da krono basabasa adi suban bi so a ense enfra krono sem atubache ya kabibi am robesa ni na no fakase mabu na aye ngetesi abebre so na mabrabo bi mu a eno so de na ada eno so edu ba bia na ye no na seye na se roye na aba ti Awurade nka ye ho na ye ma ni ye ma yo anutume
na okopemu awo dwumadie kro no ase maame ya ye bo na tenase ne ye ne tumu se superintendent minister wono very reverend gifty nana onuma wono ena wode afutuo eko ede amama se ema munye muhuni na munya mumu ankasa mumu gidie efise de obia eye wo wiase no mo ema nso mo betumi aye bi ano nti mo mo ho so na bibia mu no mo fa mo ho enhyem bi.
I can say ema embu ho abofia say wo won ka ho say kaso bi nka wanka ene me very reverend nana because 20 years as I'm making me year group obi my lawyers bankers akasifo but nowhere for me to be found but nani nyina no me de Awurade nti Awurade ebie kwan kase ti say mami e mami nso me de me ho ebewura asofu dwuma yi mu enti eye ofra Awurade da freye membum ha bofia se na tibia no me hu say Awurade e wo bibipa bi e mami.
National Security at my 4 band 9 ya wonomo ekoshaboa se wonomo ebebra illegal mining ekwan boni a ofaso tuf magudi a ofrene galamsey no wonma koswa ehom pafe enam fise ebra wonmo kodi wondwuma wie ya pe ena aprosifo enso kire wonom de womo kosie ye be don hwere makomako aduasa wonomo eka womo anum asem nyina se womo ye national security fo na adwuma no a wonomo beye ye no wonomo panimpa ya woda wonomo ano Captain John Kwame Jabari ena esoma wonom se womo nyanentie se China ni bi ye galamsey enti wonomo emeche no no kwasam se China ni de wonomo kire no na ebra wode China ni nam kwanso a fise mpanimfo se womo mfa womo mra regional coordinating council na fe womo ntuo na mo emfiri honom na prosifo ya womo encarrier to ase eso free one mara and wakwakyere wonom se oya kronforan for armed robbers na wakire mu so omo ye national security for omo mpanimfo na ahye won so omedi dwumai wonom ye bia antentam enti prosifo eba ye no ASP Noah Yapa ena na di wonom animu wache wonom de womo kosie ye age won ye manyina 30 hours na wada so ete prosifo akache na officers ni mu baako na akom owusu eja akom ena wakire asem mu se illegal mining site hono a se nipa ekọ yeso amokwache China ni no wosusu se Captain Jabari ene ni nua ena eho eye won modia
enya information say baby any road krobi o ye friend kwan finfini China fu bi share site bi wo ho a omo ye adwuma na eye very bad ti ye pese ye koye monitoring na ye hwese China for no be wo around as at that time Awurade adom ye ko pie ho ye kopie no menua na esawani enso okakere anonti we try say ede ne ye de beba bedi adanse say ye ko ho no ye ko hunu say adwuma a eti sei ekoso anonti ye boye ho modern enya China ni baako esanse ye ntene kasanti ye fa Ghana ni baako so eka ho ye nam kwan so aye ba me ma me colleague baako aye friend Steven efre ye boss eye Jabari say ye badi adom yakọ operation a ye kwache China ni a Yadeno Eba RCC. And according to Madam Funa, I said, my colleague, ex captain, was very happy, say, young funny here, the Embra. On our way coming, and you say, police patrol team, HCC. So you deny, on the cross here, fully armed, a tupa massa, say, a dano, we your bar, and I say, you so bar, Obedron so, and Ubeja on a go. And until yes, you comply. A two treachery, so. That police commander or yet to say operation commander police commander needing Eddie Noah Yapa appointed gun at us. We should make any move because he got an information said yeah armed robbers. Then we told him we are not armed robbers, so we should follow them. Now yam call a year almost station a year to us. Yeah call minia I know some say na yenim so mo kobisa ya no asem na ma frɛ ye mpanifo abusa sɛ ampa ye national security operatives ana sɛ yenye nanso saa ne ɔma we nyina ambam na mbom ɔmo de yeto cells ye koduru hɔ no na V8 esi hɔ a ɛtwɛn China ni no ma ye na akɔ one free man a ɔyɛ minor yɛse ye frɛ ne free man ɔno ɛna ɛwɔ site hɔ a ɔyɛ adwuma on our way coming no China ni kan sɛ ɔno ne free man ɛyɛ Captain Jabari and a site no on a dia or Muya Dumo where the Edemano. Into Freeman will come and Jabali also will come. Or no China in the bro for can know. Now see okay. ti ye kodu wana e kotu VAT si wo say e twɛn no anye ye nwanwa they took him away and ye na ye operative a yakote foreigner no mo de ye tuma de ye tin Emma nebo be 11 and son or mobile fire from Tuanse Police Division Command no Eddie Akko RCC ye ankasa so a ye national security ye fie e ho so ye mpani for de ye tumu Emma ne enyubre ansana omu ye me medemenato from RCC to Trader Johnson ansana mi konya mpaboa ato ase and
na Ora Samuel Enso one also jatum se no kwasem sa enipa yi won ye national security operatives nanso sa adwuma no won mo koye ye no enye won mo atena ye no na ma won kwan se won koye enti ebrei mu won mo dwene ho se disciplinary action bi wo ho a won behye na wode etia won mo free se won makoye adwuma wa bra empanimfo ama won ho kwan
adwuma aban sesan ya won mo de share ensan se national security mi se me assistant DLO e wa twuma kwa nwoma ayameme national security ni manya intel se China ni shababi a wo say o manager pade na makwa akwache no ye nyina ya no wa akoni akwa akwache no ne de na ba na se empanimfu age China ni no agya no se onko no onko to a ne nsem woni a wodie so na meme na me ye national security ni no de ye se ma bomusuo nti se se no se o mampanyini se wa legalizing galamsey a Oma ye hunu ni ye nyina so so yemfa ye hunjim na se ye bekwa akopɛ ya no aduane wo ho a ye akopɛ ya no aduane wo ho Captain Jabari nim ho pa because emra ye chi China ni no obo ni di se site one of Captain Jabari oni ni nua Solomon Jabari o mo site no eno de o bibia di adanse ni na de amama je di say no kra ye coincidence chairman car na wo ma seize from that day up to now ni na ya adanse di e kire say Captain Nimian Solomon Jabari, Omunina, Omoya aware of Galamsey na a course in China for Matina, Omunina.
We are Nabusia for Chimampo nuance and semi so any bejina. Now you may prime time, Cassia a day, a beso more Fatchet TV sono. Yadinina Abba away yet. Millennium Construction Airton South France, Ababa, wa Brantia, was this one up as all toss us. What is see ma that channel? Bra, never what time ebeba one more diano. Baby, I will pass us no. Said and tatty bia, one will be doing him no up a beer tamam. Ebia wa so toss us in bidda than so. And Yama Bakumi, you been to pass out on a discani did you muffle from. Millennium Sifabesha one more sat. Nobody will nim no to assassino. Now this cano acquire dear what the air quiet. O pesa we see dream house, as you assassin biswa. Millennium phone kwan air contractors or multimisia dreams. A money by a reality. Was sign at on pillar molds, blocks, any adency when your man who do in be. Kumase Boshen, Nayas Junction, energy McCoy at Naye, a war. Fanambes more good screen, Neston on an penny phone to trim como. Said there were how next year. A construction kwa dia and kwati millennium for what tambo or modiano fi so my yet a boss roboa what do who ebo one ma ukotokro and Castro de biada. One more romanti and a brebia yenya a metre ni Nigina so na yede kasie ebesomo yada one more sin. Marking kind for and ray ye be kasie a me AFIA tumwa ketri many abema.
Obrempong Lisbon.
Yabeda mwaseni ya di mwasi ha nyame ya adoma wachina anopa nonsia ya di news flash ebeba makwemu nyame nshao.